In this video, we are going to register our first domain name. Now, it is important that each time you want to create a website, or you have a website design job, or you get a website design contract, it is important that you register the domain name as quickly as possible. Now, the reason is because a lot of the time, the name you have in mind may not even be available, so you have to do your domain name search. And don't forget, the domain name of your website is so important and so critical because that is the link between you and the rest of the world. Anybody who wants to see your website, contact you, or just see you online or get your visibility online will reach out to you by first typing your domain name in a web browser. Now, because of that, it is very important that you make this the first step in the process of building your first website. So if you are going to set up a website, first you need to find a domain name registrar. A domain name registrar is like a body or a link between you and ICANN. There is a central registry body for domain names across the world, and we now have registrars that provide you link so that you can register that domain, and the domain will be yours for a period of a year or for the number of years that you register the domains. Now, don't forget that a domain is renewed every year. So it's like you are renting the name for a year. If you don't renew the name becomes available and it is thrown into the public domain, and any other person can register that domain. So I'm just going to show you in the next couple of minutes how to register your first domain name. And then in the video that follows this, I'll show you how to host, how to put that domain name online practically. So, and then once you put that domain name online, you can just go ahead and start building out your website using probably WordPress or any other method that you find convenient for you. For the purpose of this series, we are going to be building our website with WordPress and Elementor. So let's get started and just register our first domain name. So what you do is that you find a domain name registrar. For the purpose of this video, we are going to be using dynadot.com. And when you come to dynadot.com, the first thing you want to do, of course, is that you want to search and make sure that that name is available. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to search for the name. Oh, before I do a search for the name, let me just show you how to get the pricing for different kinds of domain. Now, if you come to dynadot.com, you can just scroll down to the bottom of the page and look at the price list. So when you look at the price list, you can see the prices of different domains and their TLDs. Different TLDs, that's top level domains, and you can see the prices. And when you come here, you see that .org. When you register .org for the first time, that's the first year, you register it for $7.49. But by the time you want to renew, you register that domain for $10.99. Then you have domains like x.xyz, .online. So all these are general purpose domains. Anybody can register a .org is a general purpose domain. You have .xyz is a general purpose domain. You have .co is a general purpose domain. So a domain name is not something that requires so much money for you to get started with. If you don't have a lot of funds, you can just decide to register a domain with .xyz and just pay less than $1 for the first year. But have at the back of your mind that when you want to renew that domain in the second year, you would pay $9.99. And then you have .live for live websites, .me for personal websites and blog, .io for technology websites. This costs $31.99, and when you are renewing, it costs $34.99. Then you have .shop for online shops. Always pay attention when you are registering. The price may be low, but you want to look at how much you are going to renew in the second year. So it's very important that you put your eyes on how much you are going to renew that domain in the second year. Then if you are in the US, you have a .us website, which costs $2.49 and then $7.99 when you are registering the next time. But this is for businesses or websites that are in the US. Then you have .bond, and you have so many domain TLDs that you can register. So now that you know how to pick the pricing, what you want to do here is that to register your first domain, you just want to do a search for that domain. So I'm just going to do a search for the domain website design, and I'm just going to say website design magic. Let me just put that, and I'm going to say .click. So I'm just going to register a .click domain, and then when I do a search for that domain, there's a search is done, and you can see that the domain is available. Now, if the name is not available, it means that you have to repeat your search. For instance, let me just open, let me duplicate this tab, and let me just do another search. So I'm going to do a search for website design.com, and when you search for website design.com, you would see that this name is available, but it's asking you to pay premium. So this one is now going for $427,000. So if you want website design.com, you have to pay $400. So if the name is not available, you will be told from this point, and then you will know if you have to repeat your search, or you know whatever you want to do. Now, once you search for a domain and the domain is available, what you want to do next is that you want to add that domain to your shopping cart. Now, the moment you add that domain to your shopping cart, you would see that the shopping cart up here will now have one item. So I just added this domain. So if you need to register more than one domain at a time, you can just repeat the search and add those domains to your shopping cart. Now, when you are done with searching for your domain, the next thing you want to do is you want to come to the shopping cart over here, and then you want to view your cart. So this will display the items in your cart, and then you want to make sure that you have not added extra services that will bloat your pricing. So if you add this, for instance, you would notice that your pricing will go up, and it becomes you are paying so much. So I'm not going to add any extra services, because I'm not going to be using those services. I'm just going to pick and make sure that the price of the domain is what I am having. So I'm going to purchase this domain right now, website design magic.click, and it's going to cost me $1.99. That's just $2 for the first year. So what I want to do now is that I want to scroll down this page, and I want to check out. And when I check out, if you already have an account, the next thing you want to do is that you want to log into that account right here. If you don't have an account, you want to create an account. So you want to go through this registration steps by providing your personal information, and then you create an account. And after you have created the account successfully, you can now repeat the process of going to your shopping cart, viewing the cart, and then you log into that account, and then you can proceed. So I'm just going to take a moment to log into the account, and once I am logged in, I'll complete the rest of the process. So I'm logged into my account, and you can see I have just one item. I have a few items in my cart. I'm just going to take total of 21. I'm just going to remove all those items I think I was testing earlier, and I added a couple of things to the cart. Like I said, you have to make sure that you check your cart to see that you don't have extra items. So I'm just going to remove all these other items that I've added before. I'm going to remove, and then I'm going to remove, and then I have just this one item which I want to pay for $1.99. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to do a checkout. Now, once you do a checkout, you will be asked what method you want to use to make your payment. Are you using your credit or debit card? If you are using your card, then you put in your card information, the card number, and all of that here. But for convenience sake, I'll just scroll down, and I'll pay with my PayPal account. And then when I click to pay with my PayPal account, I submit the order. And once I submit the order, I'm going to be asked to proceed, and I'm going to proceed to PayPal. And then I have to do my login to PayPal, normal stuff. So I'm just going to. So once you are logged into your PayPal, you would be asked for your payment options and all of that. Just select whatever option you have there. I have several cards here. I'm just going to pick first card, and I'm going to pay for $1.99, and I just go ahead to authorize that payment. So basically, the problem we are having is the banks are blocking our payment. So what you want to do is that you want to, at that point, you want to do a payment for your domain, and once you do a payment for your domain, that domain would show up in your account, and you would see that domain under your domains, the purchased domains, and that's pretty much how to register your domain. So in the next video, we are going to look at how to set up your host name, how to set up your private host name on your domain, and then going forward we are going to look at how to link that domain to your web hosting account, and we'll take it off from there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.